turn my back, you laughing.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. This will be taken in at the 1. A strong running. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Mike's 50. You can't block me. You can't block me. Undercurrent. Hey.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
50's the mic. 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Watch a slant.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Let's go. Down. 18 Gator. Game situation. Let's go. Hey, Delta. 41 down.
He'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Hey, Alpha. 4-1 Mike. Hey.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. 12 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, and it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This fielded at the 2. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
14. Watch the safety creep. Hey, check 50. Check my 50. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Hey. Mike 50. Mike 50.
Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Penny. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
Mike's 50. Gotta do better.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They run the counter. Bagley, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Just like that. Just like that.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Rams, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Again, Wilson. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll look to throw here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now Wilson on first down. And this is Cook with a grab.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Touch Missy, touch Missy. He's coming.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up.
380. Wilson, please. Patch it. Quick dash. You got tight.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the... .40. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Hey, 0.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got Smith here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Wilson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. I'll go special. I'll go special.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, he gets it to Cooks. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Here we go, D. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
We got 3. We got 3. We got 3. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
go 14. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Truck.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Check. Hey, alert three. Shoot. Showing it. Shoot. I'll go special.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Shift. General West.
They'll run it again with Penny. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Switch. Pilot, 64, weak.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. He's checking. Crash. Yo, go. You got motion man right there. Mike 54.
Again, it's Penny. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Hey, Charlie. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey. High 7. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now back to throw. And he finds Penny. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a throw here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
First on travel. 22, Mike 22. Shoot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interceptions. Maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down, Rams.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 67 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
2nd and 10. Open man is lost, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
54 Mike. 54 Mike.
They'll set up the throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch it. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike.
They run it again with Cook, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
Cut, you lady. I'm here all day. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, alert. Good touch.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st down.
Touch 50.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Check out. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. One time. Twist. Hey, zero. Alert flare. Still got 4 down.
Again, it's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 99. Hey, alert.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Got it. 25.
They run. It's Gurley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 50. Man, I got you.
From the 44, Wilson buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
36 power.
They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They try again with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Cook. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down. And they take a knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. And on now is the punter. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Now whistles here. And they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. Mark off the 5 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, they'll learn that lesson when they review it, but it didn't cost them.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our